So I just noticed the people that walked by. She was wearing a My Little Pony shirt. That show terrifies me.
My Little Pony? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that was... Is that still a show?
I don't know, but like the idea of like bronies, it's such a scary thing to me.
Where it's definitely a fetish.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I've been friends with a couple of bronies, and I had so many similar interests as them that it terrified me.
It scares you that you're like
if I watch it, something just fucking, because I don't think they want to like that show.
Well, I mean, dude, you're into Bluey.
True.
So like.
It's different.
Is it?
I have no.
Is it?
I have no need to dress up like a pony and hang out with other grown men dressed like ponies, though.
I think it's also women.
Yeah, I mean that was a woman that walked by, and they had a dog.
Maybe they also have a child.
That doesn't really explain why an adult
dude, if
woman is wearing a t-shirt.
If I come over and you're wearing a Bluey t-shirt,
It'd be kind of weird.
I'd go, what's going on with you? But also, I'd be like, he's embracing it.
He's becoming its true form.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be like, I'm proud of this.
Yeah, but
it's My Little Pony, don't.
I mean, there's plenty of things I enjoy that I'm not necessarily proud of, though.
Like what? Name one.
Okay, after our break, I'll have a list.
All right, let's play some music.
All right,
We're back.
we figured out 3 different things.
It took him a while to think of the list, and because you were so confident at the beginning.
I know, and then I backed myself into a corner. All right.
But I'm glad he came up with a list. 3 things that Jacob loves that he's not proud of.
Number 1, I'm a big fan of eating ass. Just
Why aren't you proud of it?
it's probably not the best for me, but like,
Yeah, I don't think it's healthy.
no, I would rather like eat ass than pussy, to be honest.
What?
I don't know why. Something about it.
Is it just like the way that the position?
Part of it.
Do you do it in a certain position? I've never eaten ass, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it's like.
I mean, you can go from the back, or I mean, there's one version where it's kind of like changing a diaper where the legs have to go way up. That one's a little bit weird. I prefer from the back. It's just right there.
Yeah, it's just right there.
But like eating ass, having your ass eaten, it's great.
Oh, vice versa.
Absolutely. All men should try it at some time.
Speaking of that, I brought this up not on the podcast, but I just bought a bidet.
I bet it's similar.
Yeah, so I'm curious what that's going to be like. I got to install it. I'll definitely do updates on the podcast because I think I'm worried that I'm going to like it too much.
Yeah,
I'm worried that I'm just going to be
you're
like,
gonna get hemorrhoids or something from sitting
well,
on
I'm
it all
worried that
day.
I'm going to be like, I don't have to shit, but I do want to put water in my butt.
I mean,
like,
I think some people do use that just to jack off with.
Oh, that's going to be weird if it just sit on the toilet just with water. Is it like a constant stream or is it just a little shoot?
I think it's whatever you do.
Oh, wow, because
You
there's a
just
little dial.
Yeah, you can click the button over and over.
Okay, so things might get really weird for me.
I mean, or there's no way your life doesn't get better from this.
I think I mean, I do like it. I've had my prostate played with a little bit.
Sure.
Here
Same.
and there. And I like it.
Soft
It feels
tongue.
good.
It's great. Because
I see why a tongue would feel good. It's a lot better than a finger.
well, yeah, no nail. It's just a soft muscle.
And it's just a soft little muscle with a ooh.
And yeah, I'm aware that shit comes out of it, and that's just not when you eat it. You wait, you clean your plate. Like
You clean your plate.
there's a time to do it.
You clean your plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before I don't, that might not be the best wording, but still.
I know. Like, I think it's like gay dudes. They like, what's that thing where they clean themselves out?
Oh, where they douche it out or whatever.
Yeah.
It starts with an E.
Enigma or
No.
It's something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, where they like literally like.
Oh, shit.
Where they have to like.
I keep thinking eczema, but it's not that, but it's close to that.
It's something like that. Where they
I've
have
heard
to
of
like
people
plan
doing
ahead.
I've heard of people doing it with like coffee, and like that's like does some cool stuff for you.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Oh, shit, what's it called?
Eczema.
No, I keep thinking it's not eczema, but it's close to that.
Exhilaration.
Nope.
I like how we bring up stuff we don't know.
Yeah, well, we
but
don't
people
plan.
get it. People understand.
Yeah,
but
like,
listeners get it.
The weird thing about like as a man having your ass eaten is there's no masculine position for it.
Yeah. How do you lay, or do you? How do you?
Usually it's like your legs kind of up. Like I try not to like lift them up, but like where I'm just
But
like,
you're on your back.
yeah, and like your knees are kind of up, so you can like push up a little bit. But I remember one time I had a woman just flip me over, and it was a lot.
So you're on your stomach.
Yeah, like
And she was just getting in there.
she was like a stronger woman than me. Like she was a larger woman.
Did you like that though? Did you like that having that dominance on you?
I enjoyed the feeling. I did not enjoy the act of her.
Manhandling you.
And well, because I'm so small, and like
Yeah.
she just flipped me
But I'm
right
sure-
over.
Now you know what it feels like because I'm sure you do that.
Yeah,
In the bedroom.
But like literally, like I think she was able to like lift me and then spin me,
and then
like,
she just dives in.
yeah. Like it felt like when like a cat walks past me and I can just pick him up. Like I was like, that must just be the most frustrating feeling. I got that for the first time of just someone moving me,
And then
I'm just like, oh, I'm here now.
and then but then you liked it.
Yeah, but also just being thrown into just the most compromising position of your life.
Yeah, you're just 100% vulnerable.
In another person's apartment, on all fours, in a strange bed.
And you're like, yeah, happy Tuesday. Tuesday night. Got to work at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. But like, also, not gonna wear a T-shirt that says I do it. Like,
Yeah,
not
it's-
necessarily proud of it. I'm not going to a convention.
Ass eating convention.
Yeah, ass eating anonymous,
Ass eating anonymous. Nice.
new AAA or AEA, whatever.
AEA.
Yeah,
Anderson Erickson Dairy. Anderson Erickson ass.
there you
I
go.
was trying to think of something.
All right, number 2.
Number 2 of things that Jacob loves that he's not proud of.
Let's break it up. This one will be non-sexual.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 are sex.
Well, yeah. I mean, which makes sense for
It makes
things you're not
sense,
proud
yeah,
of.
because you don't want to tell people.
Second one is just shit reality TV.
Dude, this is a new love, though.
It
or it has-
comes and goes.
Okay. Yeah, because I came over last week and I think you were watching 90 Day Fiance.
Yep, that's our new favorite right now.
What the fuck? I don't get that at all.
It's great. And it's something I could see like you falling for in the future.
Ugh.
We're just a really pretty woman from another country. You meet online and then they're like, hey, do you want to get married? And then like,
And then you go, sure.
it's so much fun when they come over here and it's like a hot girl and like an ugly older
And
dude.
they like barely speak English.
Sometimes, or sometimes they're fluent, but sometimes they're like no English, which is wild.
What do you do?
And like, and also it's not like they're not in like LA a lot of times. Like sometimes they're just in the middle of Ohio.
Yeah,
And
what
you're
the
like,
hell?
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, why
Like,
would you move here to be with that?
just, I mean, for some, it's just because America's better than where they're from.
For others, it's probably money.
Yeah, but like a lot of these people aren't wealthy. And then the people get here and they're like, all right, why aren't you buying me shit? And they're like, oh, that's what this was. Because like, I also have no issue with people like an attractive person being with an uglier person just for money. Like
Just
it's,
for the free shit.
well, I mean, it's transactional. You can still like the other person. It's just like where like we might put more like physical attraction at a higher level,
Yeah.
but also it's not at the highest level. It's like the emotional stuff too. And like providing, it's like just depends what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't. I guess I've never really tried getting into that or watching those types of
I
shows.
thought you meant like signing up for it.
I guess I've never really tried like online dating.
Like I could see you just like introducing me to just some woman from another country and you're like, we're engaged.
This is Rhonda.
Okay.
She does roller derby. She's third in her country, and she eats ass. And she fucking bends me, takes care of me.
See there, I'd be so happy for you. If anything, I'd feel bad for her because you are currently a student, and you're like, I don't know what you want out of me,
Yeah,
but welcome to America.
Don't have a job. Oh, dude, I'm like, I would feel like so like, because she would definitely be in charge
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah. I think any woman you end up with will be in charge all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. With being single is I'm in charge of my own boat. You know what I mean? I'm the captain of my life.
Yeah, and how's that boat going?
We're fucking sailing, baby. We're on the open water and we're going. Do I
Where?
know where we're going? No, but we're moving. Because the water, the ocean never stops. That's what, right?
Sure.
That's what captains say.
Do they?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
they have. I'm
the
sure.
ocean is its own monster. It's its own being.
Go
Don't
on.
trust the ocean.
Oh,
The ocean will eat you and spit you out. Don't disrespect the ocean.
there you go.
That's
But like,
getting there.
I also love like hoarders.
Oh, that show makes me. It's gross.
Yeah, and it's sad. Like I've cried from it.
It's sad. Why? Because people are losing their stuff,
Or like some people, like they're losing like your family members to it basically because they are unlivable and they don't want to change. So like
so
the
then
rest,
they'll just move or quit talking to them.
well, it's just they're hermits. There's one where it was like a grandma and like or I think she like married the grandpa, and then when he died, like the families tried to stay in contact because she was at their house that they grew up with, and she just destroyed it. It was a fucking bummer.
Oh, that is, but it's probably just a spiral of losing her husband and shit.
Yeah, but she seemed like a bad. But also, who fucking knows?
Yeah, it's a TV show. They spin people in certain ways, and
like,
especially like reality. Like they can make you seem a certain way just on editing,
which is wild,
which is so insane.
That'd be terrifying.
That guy's only here because he likes the zip line.
Because I've never done like those dating shows like Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Those are massive, but I wouldn't consider those like trashy. But are they?
I mean they're stupid.
They are stupid.
Like I don't get why
it's such a
so
weird.
many people like those.
It's such a weird concept to me because it's like, oh, this one girl is gonna date 24 guys at the same time.
Yeah.
Go on dates with them, hook up with them.
You think?
Like intimate dates. That's just weird. And then she's just like, oh, well, you're better. So
Yeah.
like that's just
Like how do you not know in the first week who your favorite is? Or is there just but also
and you can only remove one a week, I think. Or,
so like you're probably stuck with like some shitty ones for like a month.
yeah, because you're like, well, you're technically better than Greg over
But
here.
you're for sure not gonna make it.
Yeah, so but I gotta pretend to like you.
Yeah, like and
So then you like me back.
and if you win a challenge, then I have to hang out. I imagine that's part of it.
oh yeah, there's challenges
I think
too.
so.
What
'Cause
the
I just remember the
fuck?
video-
Yeah, what if you're just good at challenges?
Yeah, but like
But she hates you. God damn it, Kurt keeps winning.
Keep having dinner with them and it sucks.
Tries kissing me and I just turn the cheek.
Then there's like the obese shows and those like I tried
Like my
to
500-pound life or
600 or 1,000-pound sisters,
yeah,
but
you
like
were telling me about that.
I can't even watch. They're just
And it's
because
just
also
like sad or
well yeah because also like 600-pound life it's like a different person every time, so they fucking die a lot.
and they probably do updates.
Yeah, or like
Alright,
cause I've seen news stories of like, yep, this one's dead, this one. And it's
Is
like,
there
Jesus
some of them
fucking
where it's
Christ.
like they like get
Yeah.
there and they lose weight and like,
I think the lady from one of the first few episodes, she's then comes back as like a coach for other ones, which that's nice.
That's really cool. That's like uplifting and hopeful and
yeah,
shit.
but
Yeah,
like
that's
1,000-pound sisters is a weird one. One of them's doing great. I think the other one now has a hole in her
I
neck.
think the other one just kind of embraced it and just
But
went-
also they got famous from it. She probably makes so much fucking money.
yeah, she's like a famous. She's like a TV
I bet she has
person.
like a cameo, and I bet she makes bank on it.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's just so wild, dude. Oh, I don't understand that type of TV. The only type of stuff that I watch, like reality stuff, is like HGTV,
See, I've never done that, and
like-
that's actually helpful and useful.
and I just like those shows because, like, I don't know, I like seeing the before and afters. I like. There was one show I was watching
Well,
when
you
I was
also
sick.
were a carpenter.
Where like, yeah, that helps too. But like, I was watching one where like this guy, if there's like deck builders or weird, he like would like go to people's properties and they'd be like, hey, I have this area and like maybe like a storage container and like a piece of cement, and he's like, I have this much money, can you make it into like a small house, like
Oh,
a tiny
Jesus.
home or something like that. There was one I watched where this guy, he had 2 super old buses. Like yellow
that'd be
buses.
so much fun.
And they were like, can you turn this into a house that can fit 3 people with a bathroom that's wheelchair accessible, that can also like hold, like has an outside area.
Yeah.
And they like made it into this sick fucking house with like a deck. And I'm just like, that's so cool. And they're like, you have 7 days. What the hell?
Why?
How do you do that?
And also, why does he only have 7 days?
They're always on a time crunch because it's like, well, my grandma's coming in. I'd love her to stay here. Your grandma can fucking wait, okay?
Well, lots happening.
You're
Also-
fucking turning a bus into a house.
You should have prepped.
Yeah. There was one where this one guy turned like a travel van into like a really cool like house, like side house, but they had a bunch of old like carnival stuff.
Oh, okay.
So they made it like carnival themed, and like on the inside had like the neon lights, and like it was really cool because they were like repurposing, but then also it was really it's that's just fun to watch and be like creative. And
I love the stories from the old Pimp My Ride show
oh, Pin My Ride,
where
dude.
those cars are useless immediately. Like they're like often non-drivable because they have a fucking like oven in the back for some goddamn
because it's fun.
yeah. But like they ruin those people's
They
cars
ruin their
and they're
cars.
like, have
And then
fun.
good luck. Like if they're like, well, I don't. Now, good luck selling it.
no,
Who fucking wants
No,
it?
now you just need to buy a real car now.
Now you have to buy a real car. I really enjoyed, like from that era was my crib.
Sure,
You
which
know?
is celebrities
Yeah,
walking
just
around.
going into their houses, and it's just like that's just cool.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they have massive houses, but I just also love like those types of shows, like the editing and filming styles were always
Yeah.
like super weird.
Old
like
MTV and
like
VH1
flipping and
shit,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like this is badass.
It's black and white and slightly crooked
for some reason.
Yeah, just at
because
random
it's
times.
MTV, baby.
Yeah.
Number 3,
I've talked about this before.
porn.
I have a clown fetish. I'm not proud of
Like
it.
really bad.
Yeah,
though. Like
it's
I think it's getting worse.
It's not helping. Yeah, 'cause I brought up one of the pages I follow, which on Reddit.
People can check it out. Yeah, we're Reddit.
Where'd it go?
Reddit users. We were talking while we were looking this up. Like, we only use Reddit for porn. So anytime you open Reddit, it's just NSFW, NSFW, and it's like okay.
I'm a big fan of Clown Girl Honk Haven.
Can you say that again?
Clown Girl Honk Haven.
Clown Girl Honk Haven. That's the subreddit, guys.
Another subreddit is Sloppy Top Circus. I don't know what that one is, but I assume I like it. So right now I'm just Clussy Worldwide. Clussy standing for clown pussy, of course. Sexy Clowns Only fan, like Clown
Is it
Girl
just
Kink.
like
It's
is
just
it
a
just
lot of
people like wearing clown makeup and they're hot
yeah, basically.
and like
Sometimes it's more themed, like they have the colorful clothing on.
and
or-
then they wear like the nose
yeah.
or they paint their nose red
For me, it's the eye makeup a lot. Like I
and
don't
like
need
the red cheeks
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I would prefer like just a red painted nose over like
Instead of the ball.
a ball because
Yeah.
the ball's distracting.
Yeah, I think I like the red painted nose.
I think it's just like I like the up and down on the eyes a lot, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Something about
Especially-
it.
And then also like the outfits can be pretty.
Yeah, they're great.
super colorful, but also they can be hot. Mm-hmm. Like
Yeah, like I'm not like looking at like a normal circus clown and being like, "Ooh, that's hot." It's a hot girl doing hot clown makeup.
he's trying to justify
It just
okay?
it all adds up into just a great thing. And I hate how much I love it.
Well, guess what? We live in America, and you're allowed to love whatever the fuck you want.
Because that's what our freedom is.
Because that's what our freedom is. And happy freaking 4th of July week.
Because I think tomorrow's the 4th of July for when this comes out.
I think tomorrow, if you're listening to this the day of, if you're listening to this and it's not the week, I don't know why you're going back through the backlog. You're a crazy person.
Yeah.
Or you're just trying to catch up.
But hey, today we're getting not really festive at all because I looked around the house. I don't have a single America thing.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything America. The only thing you could find was West Des Moines Friendship Tournament fall of 2002.
Yep, I won that at a soccer tournament.
How do you win a friendship tournament?
I was so fucking friendly.
So you got
have
first
no idea.
place?
No, I think everybody got that.
The friendship tournament.
Because 2002, I don't know if that'd be the Wild Scorpions or I can't remember my other team name.
So you were in first grade?
Maybe 2002. Yeah,
Yeah, because I was in first grade with 9/11.
I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so a year later, that's how I know. Because math. Hey, America.
Fuck yeah.
We had to talk about 9/11.
Yeah. Speaking of just news lately,
Oh, okay. New segment.
because last week with our very informed Moist Mutual, we
Yeah,
learned that you are not informed very much, and that's how you.
I mean, I admit it, dude. I'm just a happy idiot. I'm just like, ignorance is bliss,
Yeah,
right?
It is. isn't
Like
it?
I don't.
So
I'm just not like aware. You know, I just don't pay attention.
When we're recording this, it is June 26th.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the two gigantic news stories of last week? I just want to know if you're aware of either of them.
Submarine.
There you go.
Submarine. They just died, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Right?
Not anymore. Yeah.
I did see that the guy's son went to Blink-182.
Stepson. Yeah. Yeah. I was curious if you knew about that one.
Okay, Submarine, yeah, because that was all over TikTok.
And the other one, it only lasted for like a day, but it was gonna be huge, and then it turned out to be nothing.
Then the other one, I don't know.
That there was in Russia, there was almost a civil war.
Never heard of that.
Okay, because I'm just curious.
What? There was almost a civil war in Russia?
Yeah, a group of mercenaries, the Wagner Group, who was hired by Russia because Russia does have private armies as well,
Ooh, that
and
makes
they
sense.
were out in Ukraine, and apparently Putin shot them with a missile too, and so they fucking went on a march towards Moscow and like were shutting stuff down on the way, and they were like,
Holy
"We're gonna
shit.
fucking kill him," and then it turned out that they then left. It was a huge news story for like a night and a morning, and then
And then it just dissipated.
and they're now in exile in Belarus apparently. But I'm hoping
heck?
something else happens. But like those
You
were
want a civil war to happen?
in Russia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Putin needs to.
No, that's like the only hope. Like that's the biggest hope to stop a nuclear arms race.
Putin's
Again.
a crazy person.
Yeah.
So
So
what
needs-
type of government do they run? Like, why is he like, he's
in
not
charge.
the president. He's like the
think
supreme
he's-
ruler or,
I don't know because he's like technically elected still.
oh really? But he's
But
been,
he's
he's been,
in it for a very
he's
long
been
time.
it since I can remember.
Yeah.
Right. Like we have like limits in America, right?
Right, yeah.
Like,
We have 2 4-term except for what was it?
There was one president that did
Eisenhower
3,
did. He did 4, but he died like
Oh, he did 4 terms.
I think he did 13 years total, and then he died really quick.
Holy crap! Is
Yeah.
that before and then after that they were like, okay, you can only do it twice?
It's during like those extreme times of like. So this was during World War II.
Oh, where they were like,
we shouldn't switch
have an
halfway.
election.
But
Yeah.
like during his 4th, he like it was very well known because also Eisenhower was.
Is that when Lyndon B. Johnson came in? Was that after?
I don't remember.
Was that the VP?
God damn it! I'll double
Dude,
check.
I don't know why. Lyndon B. Johnson sounds like a famous guy, right?
I mean, he was a president.
But he sounds like a Civil War president.
Gotta close my Clissy page.
Yeah, open a different tab. Clown porn into
Eisenhower.
Civil War, baby.
See,
World War II.
I'm just making sure he was in the right year. Died
Yeah,
in
dude,
1969. Oh, so no.
69,
Shit.
nice.
God damn it. So I was wrong. And what was it? FDR?
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
That's who it was. Right.
FDR, dude. He's a cool dude. He did some pretty cool things, right?
He died in 1945. How many terms did he serve? 3rd presidential term, Roosevelt.
It just sounded you were very confident, and that's like
And the 4th. So yeah, I just got the name wrong, which pisses me off.
yeah, but you got the idea right. And if you would have not looked it up, I would have been like, yeah, that's right. That's correct. That's what's cool about having a podcast. You can just be confident and just say things.
And then the YouTube comments are just really mean.
And then the people go, you guys are idiots. We get so many comments lately.
All right.
The
So
sound comes from this, you idiots.
33rd president. Harry Truman was next.
Harry Truman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because he dropped the big bombs that we talked about last week.
Yeah. And then Truman.
Yeah.
We also had a president, Tubman. Nope. What am I thinking of?
Taft?
Taft.
Who got stuck in the bathtub.
Stuck in a
Yeah.
bathtub. Tubman.
I guess-
Harriet Tubman. That's who I was thinking of. Harriet Tubman.
Yep.
Which is different.
Who is that?
So something to do with the slaves, right?
Was she pro or?
She was like she was like the ruler. Not ruler. No, that's the wrong word. That's the wrong word. It was helped with like the movement of like, hey, freeing people.
Underground
Yeah,
railroad.
freeing
Yep.
people. Yeah. See, I got it. Ruling was not the right word. Hey, I didn't grow up in the South.
Nope.
Grew up in here. Let's move on.
Yeah, who's your favorite president?
Obama.
Yeah. Him and Lincoln are basically the only ones where I'm like pretty secure in my of choosing them.
I voted for Obama. Like I was at that age where I turned 18 and I was
Yeah,
like,
that was great to vote for him.
was cool.
And it sucked every time since.
well, also, yeah, it's hard to have other favorite presidents because I wasn't alive for him.
No, because
Because I was just like, it's just Bush,
and then Clinton,
Bush again,
and then yeah,
and then Obama, Trump,
yeah,
and
Biden.
then Biden.
It just keeps.
Obama was cool, dude.
Well,
Obama still is cool.
Yeah, he's like
He's just like, I feel like he's just a cool dude.
Well, he's also like a good statesman. Like,
Yeah.
He's probably the only president. Well, yeah, of order of presidents you'd want to talk to, he's number one.
I think, dude,
probably Trump's number two of having a conversation with.
I think I kind of did like. I mean, I was a child, so I might not agree with his political things, but
Yeah.
I like George Bush
Yeah, I liked him like
because he
when
just seemed like
seeing him.
he just seemed like a silly dude,
like a goofy uncle.
a goofy uncle where it's just like, hey, how you doing? I'm just from Texas.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like, he'd give you something weird and like go play, like that kind of shit. Yeah,
I just love that people threw shoes at him.
and that he dodged them, and he was so excited when he dodged them.
I can just picture him smiling.
Yeah, there was a time when he was talking about I think terrorism in like the Middle East, but he was golfing. He's like, "All right, now watch me hit this," shit like that. Like
Yeah,
he
dude,
wasn't.
he was just like
he wasn't a great president. Like his
he's-
decisions
but
led to a
that,
lot
but
of like war crimes
but
and shit
at
like
least
that.
like he
but
was like, I was like, okay, he's kind of like just a
seeing him as a
goofy-
leader. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but also do you want a goofy? It's weird, but like. When we were kids, it was he was fun to see.
Yeah, now it's
Where I
just
think
like
Clinton was kind of fun too. Like he played saxophone and
yeah,
like
and sleeping with the receptionist.
yeah,
and-
like it was like not good, but it was like
it's different.
yeah.
And then we had a celebrity, and now a guy that can't ride a bike. I know that.
Yeah.
I know my politics.
God, why is he still trying? I don't want to ride a bike at that age.
Dude, what's
I'm
wild-
bad at riding bikes now.
What's wild is like I forget he's the president. Like he isn't. Like does he even talk at all?
no idea.
I've never. I
It's
see clips
weird-
of him talking, and he doesn't make sense.
It's weird when he's good. When he's on and you're like, oh shit, they shot him up with something.
Yeah, he's
fucking on it today.
He's freaking on the drugs or something.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. I don't understand.
God, and
a
now
lot of shit.
For next, it'll probably be him or Trump again. Just two ancient men.
Oh my god, why can't we talked about this like not on air, but why can't we just have someone young? like,
And, like,
35, you got to be at least 35.
But
Why
young,
can't we
I
have
want
a
a
36-year-old?
Or no, I want like a 50-year-old.
Not a fucking 70-year-old. Like,
I don't want a 70-year-old doing anything. Fucking retire and have fun.
yeah. How old? Obama was kind of young, right? He was like in his 50s, probably.
He
60s.
might have started 40s.
Yeah, he was young. I mean, you could definitely tell in the
'cause
8
this-
years he aged fast.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's because there's
Which
it's
is
a lot of stress and
Which
a lot
is
of
weird with like Trump and Biden where you don't see it as much. But
because
also,
they were already
yeah. And
But,
also
like,
Trump's so done up and like how much stress did he actually like handle during this?
I wonder what Trump looks like when he wakes up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like before he puts on his attire and his
'cause,
wig
like,
and his, is that a wig? I don't know, a
I don't
hairpiece.
think it is.
But I'm sure I'm sure he fluffs it up.
well, and it's a comb over
yeah.
for sure.
Like, I'm sure. What does he look like after like a night of drinking? He wakes up.
He doesn't drink.
Oh,
That's the interesting part.
what's he look like after like a night of eating ice cream?
Or like a shower.
yeah, true. With
Like,
like
what
a
does he
wet
look like
orange hair.
wet?
And like it looks like the tanners. You know,
Because that's what's
the
wild
self-tanners
is
come-
that he's so like self-obsessed, but we all see the orange
we all know it's a.
like it's very painted on because like you can see the lines sometimes and
Yeah.
like he knows that we all know the hair is ridiculous. Like why wouldn't he?
I think he's just embracing it. Like he's just like, well, this is what I look like.
And like he's a billionaire or millionaire. I don't know if he's
I
actually
think he's a billionaire.
maybe.
I think he
if
is.
he like maybe sold everything. I don't think he actually has that much money, but like you think he'd have nice suits, but they don't fit him well. It's confusing.
I mean, that's just he kind of is just like this
dumpy-
is my.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't seen it, but like Better Call Saul.
Sure.
He embraces that ridiculous look because that's who he is.
Yeah.
And like he wears the bright suits and he wears. I mean, it's a fictional TV show, guys.
Yeah.
I get it, but like that show's really good.
So
but
Obama
yeah, but he just like embraces it.
is currently only 61.
Damn.
He's doing great.
Yeah, so he probably got elected like late 40s
Yeah.
because he was in the office for
when he became president, he was
49.
The fuck is it? 44.
44. Damn, that's
Oh, Clinton was 42 and Bush was 43. Why aren't we still
what the
doing
heck?
this?
Where are the
Jesus Christ.
I don't get it, dude. Let's bring someone young in.
So, because I think Trump was late 60s. I think he was like 68
Yeah,
or
dude,
something.
it's-
And Obama was, or Biden was like early 70s or mid 70s.
I don't get it, dude. I don't. Whatever side you're on politically, whatever. Just I think we all need to agree. Someone younger.
Well, and
Like,
that's for everybody. Like, get
Yeah.
all of the old people out
Come
because they
on.
shouldn't be making laws if they're not going to live another 2 years.
Yeah, and because a young person will have more building future.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's why Obama was so like
Yeah.
change heavy and like because he's
Hope,
like
all that shit.
yeah.
God, and just like he's able to speak and he was funny and he's still funny.
Yeah, he's great at talk shows.
Yeah,
I
and-
love watching him on
And like
talk shows.
I can see like comedians actually like fuck around with
and
him.
he can like be a snippy
laugh.
back.
Yeah, he can laugh. He can like you can
I
like
just like his grin.
I know. God.
And he's just so
also,
charming,
He's
dude.
fucking hot. Like that
Yeah.
is a hot man.
Yeah.
Great smile, that mole, perfect.
And then there's his wife.
Who I think she's hot as fuck.
Really?
Michelle.
You're
yeah.
into Michelle?
Yeah. Are you not? She's fucking strong.
She's intimidating.
Well, yeah. No, I couldn't talk to her.
She removed all the candy from the vending machines.
That's true. But
And I was
she
in
had her
high school.
reasons.
Yeah.
I remember once I was getting my car worked on at one of those places.
A shop?
Yeah.
A mechanic?
The mechanic.
You
thank
know all about politics, but you don't know.
I don't know
a car
I don't know
shop.
shit about politics. And the man sitting next to me, full volume on his cell phone, was watching a video explaining how Michelle Obama is a man. And it was like, imagine watching a YouTube video in a waiting room at full volume.
Just anything.
Yeah, but it was that, and so I was just locked in it.
You're
and,
just like-
and like if you zoom in here, you can see the outline of a penis. And I looked up the photo. It might be just a completely fake photo, but there's a photo where it looks like she has an outline of a penis. And like I remember,
That's a YouTube video?
yeah, that crazy guy I worked with, he thought Michelle Obama was a man.
What is that? Why
like-
is that even a discussion? And
But
why
also,
does who cares?
But also, they act like it's a secret and like that they're accomplishing something. I'm like, now what? And then he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, then why are they doing it? He's like, they just are. I'm like, you can look up like pictures of her young, and it's just a woman.
yeah, what what
But
are you trying to prove?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, gotcha. Okay, now what?
But also, just like
What?
they have kids and shit,
Yeah.
and the kids look exactly like both of them.
Like both
Yeah.
of them. That's just wild, dude. Full volume.
Yeah. I mean, I always forget how crazy people are. I mean, because we used to work with them.
People are freaking wild.
Yeah, because I remember, I think I worked during one of the elections, and they were saying like, "Yep, Obama's gonna outlaw prayer,"
What?
and then they're gonna install this Muslim thing. I'm like, all right, well, one, he's very Christian.
Yeah.
like he's always been like. I think his Chicago church is very famous and all that. Like one of the more Christian presidents we've had lately.
It's so wild, all the people that were just like thinking he was Muslim and all this.
Yeah,
just because
or
of
that he wasn't from America. When shit, who
Yeah,
did
it was
he-
like-
John McCain literally wasn't from America. He was because he was born on base like me, but like still because Obama was born in I think Honolulu.
Hawaii, yeah. That's America.
Because that's how Trump got one of his first like big staples in politics is he was one of the birther people where he claims that he was from Africa. I'm like, but like even if he was born in Africa and he moved here at a very young age and then grew up in politics and did all this shit,
Why does that? Yeah.
what's the twist he's gonna do? What is he gonna fuck up with our country?
What's he trying to? Yeah. What do you think he's trying to do here?
Yeah, like what is the end goal for him?
People just always gotta have a yarn to spin. You
Well, I
know?
mean, it didn't help that he was the first black president.
yeah. So people just were anti that.
Yeah, it is. I wonder how many attempts there actually were. There had to have been quite a few.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because I remember
Yeah. I
hearing
didn't
of
even
one.
think about that.
But like, because that I
And
remember
they
that.
didn't really. I don't remember it ever being like.
I bet they didn't talk a lot about
Yeah.
it. But like, just you think some jackass and just some racist asshole be like, I can kill the first black president and go down in history.
And be that guy.
yeah,
God, that's so fucked up.
it's
that-
incredible that it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's because he did 2 terms.
Yeah.
2 full. Yeah,
And
2
like
8 years.
very public
2
person,
4 years.
did a lot of speaking engagement.
Yeah, and
like,
it was always traveling and meeting and going on talk shows.
and actually like went to places that he needed to go.
yeah, it was like on the front lines.
Yeah, like it's insane. Good for him.
awesome.
Well, yeah, I
He
mean,
probably had a great. Yeah, but dude, there's so many people that like,
'Cause he had
have
to-
that weird toxic, where it's just like, this is my moment to shine. I live in America. Do you like that voice?
it's something.
That's what I picture, like that type of person.
Sure.
And I always picture that type of person with like a stain on their shirt
And some dip in their mouth, yeah.
I don't know why.
Big truck,
Big truck.
Mountain Dew, half full of Mountain Dew, half full of dip. They don't even care.
And they just drink it.
Yeah.
And I go, you a shower curtain fella? That's around planes, trains, and automobiles.
Okay. Thought just also this person was a shower curtain salesman for some reason.
No, have you ever seen planes, trains, and automobiles?
Yeah. I don't
So-
really remember it though.
They get a ride from this guy.
Okay.
Who's like a country hick dude. And he gets out and he has a big dip in. And he's like choking on it. And then like he like spits and wipes his mouth, you know, and then shakes his hand.
God.
It's nasty. And then he's like, my wife can get it. And she's like fucking 9 months pregnant. Like, pick it up. And he's like, her first child came out sideways. She didn't cry or nothing. Like,
Jesus
dude,
Christ.
he's my favorite character in that movie. Dude,
I've not seen that in a long time.
he's just a side character because he just picks them up and they sit in the back of
Yeah.
the truck and
I know like the scene.
yeah, dude, but he's
Because I was
so-
confused
so
that
awesome.
with also just the second half of Home Alone,
Home
where
Alone.
it's him and also traveling.
yeah, it's the same type of
It's
character.
where they're like the polka king of
He's the
whatever.
polka king
Yeah.
of Chicago
Yeah.
or whatever. John Candy.
Yes,
dude.
thank you.
Dude, that's that show or that movie.
Now that's an American.
Now that's an American.
I bet he's actually Canadian.
Yeah, I could see
think
that.
he is.
I think John Candy. Yeah,
Most of the best like
Hey,
comedic.
Jim Carrey's Canadian. Justin Bieber's Canadian.
Yeah.
He's not really a comedian. Yeah, because they had like their own freaking
Yeah,
comedies.
Canadian actor.
They had their own comedy thing.
SCTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where. Oh fuck, what's his name?
It's where like most of them got their
Yeah,
start.
the guy from Honey I Shrunk Your Kids, I think, is Canadian.
Moranis, yeah.
Moranis is, yeah, and he grew up in that scene.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was Second City and then like what? The Groundlings were the
Yeah,
other one
yeah.
and just other
Dude, that's Canada's cool. I think there's a bunch of other actors too that.
a
yeah.
crazy amount, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, let's do a freaking cheers to John Candy.
All right.
Because it's Freedom Day. We got some Jameson here. Cheers, everybody.
Some Irish whiskey for a Canadian actor on America's birthday.
On almost America's birthday. God, you filled this.
Yep, I spilled two. Did that shot really bad.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, sitting down.
Yep, it never hits right.
Whoa.
All right, so I did look up
Oh.
how old is America? Do you have any guess? Real quick, quick math, go.
1776.
Yep.
But carry 5, carry so 300,
Three,
350, 352 years.
247. You added a whole 100.
God damn.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking wild? We're only that old.
We're not even 300 years old.
No. And
God,
then
I'm just crying really quick.
I know.
Like, don't mind me.
like,
Woo!
because
Let's go.
That's something that always fascinates me is that people just assume America is here to stay.
Yeah, we're like the youngest or one of the youngest.
We're I don't know technically, but
Yeah, is there any new countries?
so I looked that up too. But just the fact that like 240 years, because what I always compare it to is that pharaohs ruled Egypt for over 2,000 years.
Damn, dude.
Just like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how long Rome went and how expansive that
Yeah,
shit
the Roman
was.
Empire.
Yeah, like all that shit is so wild.
It's so wild that like but just in like 200 years we've made a fucking dent. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Like
one that can't be undone.
yeah, we've done a lot of shitty things.
All right, and then I looked up what is the oldest current country, and of this,
China?
It gave me like 4 different results. So one is it says Japan is the oldest country in the world. Japanese
Whoa.
emperor who ascended
Japanese?
the throne 660 BCE.
Okay.
But then other one that says by many accounts the Republic of San Marino. One of the world's smallest countries,
San
also
Marino?
world oldest. It doesn't say how old it is in this. And this one I believe.
Do you know who's like from? You know, there's one famous guy from that country.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Piece of shit.
God
Yeah.
damn it, dude, the fucking football player.
All right, but
Laces out, Dan.
I believe this would be the right the right answer. Iran. That makes sense to me.
I think Middle East.
I mean, that's
well, and also just like
that's where
that.
culture started.
Also, just like that whole area. I think, like
Yeah.
it wasn't probably like the lines weren't probably, but it was still like that area.
But yeah, so it says Iran 3,200 BC.
Holy shit! I mean, Japan also makes sense because it's an island.
Yeah,
and that's a big island.
I
and
assume
and
people
they-
were always there.
and they're powerful.
Yeah.
and the Japanese fucking empire and all that
yeah,
shit.
the only one to fight off Mongols, I think, or to win. I don't know. It was something about that the samurai was the only people to beat
Yeah,
a certain
samurais.
kind.
Well, and also China I think would be pretty.
But I think China's had so many different dynasties that had technically different names.
Well, yeah, same with Russia. Like it was like USSR for a
I-
while,
yeah, I
which
don't-
is like so that's a different country, but it's the same country.
and then it was something before. I never
Yeah,
understood
but
that.
it's like the same. I think it's basically the same borders. Or-
USSR, I mean, that's like kind of the Ukrainian issue is that it used to be a part of that area.
Oh, okay.
And then they
And
got their
then-
own independence and they kind of want it back now. That's a whole
Why did
fucking
the
mess.
Beatles write a song calling "Back to the USSR"?
I don't know.
Like it's just a song. It's a great song.
Yeah.
Back to the USSR, and it's catchy, but it's like so they're like
I don't know.
they're not from Russia
Why did the Ramones write an album called Road to Russia or something like that? I think
because
so.
it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Probably back to the USSR. I
Oh,
wanna listen
that song.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to listen to some Beatles. Beatles are fucking good, dude.
And then I looked up what is the youngest country.
Yeah, I'm curious about this. Are countries being invented or like created? Or
It's more they gain independence.
Established?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, invented. South Sudan.
South Sudan.
Year of independence 2011.
Damn.
So gained independence from Sudan after years of civil war.
So it's 12 years old. Mm-hmm. South Sudan.
Civil South Sudan in 2013 and country today.
Damn, that's kind of crazy.
So 2011.
That's actually kind of cool though.
All right, 5 youngest countries in the world.
Yeah, 12 is like very young, dude. Mm-hmm. Dude, do you think it's a big deal? Like, do you think they're the 10-year anniversary of them? Because like independence, like obviously, like we celebrate like 4th of July, like our independence, but like we weren't around for it.
Yeah, where it was like, oh yeah, yeah.
But like, can you imagine?
Back
Like,
when I was in high school, we became a new country.
yeah, can you imagine? So that's a big deal. So people that are alive helped establish the independence. So
Yeah.
then I feel like it's a lot bigger. They do a lot more than fireworks, probably.
Or it's like a day of remembrance because it's like,
Yeah, it might be more of
Or
just
it's like-
you lost people in the battle,
or like it was just like, yeah, we fought and like,
but it's like a proud like we fucking
Right, yeah.
did it. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
yeah. So South Sudan, 2011, Kosovo in 2008, the smallest Balkan nation gained independence
like an island or something.
from Serbia. So maybe not.
Ooh, ice.
Montenegro and Serbia in 2006.
Damn, that's
You're-
2 Serbia things.
Oh, so gained independence from Serbia. No, Sudan was the other one.
Oh, that's the same one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So 2006, and then East Timor in 2002.
Damn, dude. Congrats to those countries.
Palau in
That's-
94. Okay.
Wasn't it a few years ago that there was talks of like states trying to split?
I mean, every election, Texas usually signs up for
and like
becoming their own
California
country.
is like
Depending on who wins.
Texas is fucking massive though.
Yeah, but like, can you imagine how much of a bitch that would? I wish, like, if they did that, then Mexico just invaded, tried to take back their land or shit like that.
Give us back the Alamo. Is that the Mexican thing?
The Alamo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the Alamo?
Yeah.
I've been there.
Have you? I heard it's very underwhelming.
I mean,
It's like way
It's just-
smaller than you imagine.
I mean, it's just a old building.
Yeah.
It's like made with like, clay. Mm-hmm. It's cool, but it's
Yeah.
just like one building and like an archway.
and like, why do we have to remember it? So, because that's where like David Crockett was, maybe? No. Yeah. It was the raccoon hat guy,
yeah, the
right?
guy, David, sure. Yeah, I think so. I don't know much about anything. But when you said David Crockett, it made me think of the guy from Pirates, David. You know what I'm talking about?
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones in his locker. I got to connect things to things that I know. Listeners of the podcast will know that.
Maybe Davy Crockett. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, with the raccoon hat. Why was he wearing a raccoon hat? We're learning a lot in today's episode.
All right.
Too bad Taylor's not here to be like, hey, you guys are wrong.
I know. Yep. David Crockett, many known for the famous names of James Bowie. What? All right. I don't care.
David Bowie.
Nope.
James Bowie. Okay, but it is Independence Week. As two white straight men, it's pretty nice for us.
I mean, we never not had rights.
Yeah. Because we got like really heavy last episode, so I kind of wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
For this one, do you have any like
Favorite rights?
Favorite rights? No. Do you have any
Let's get into it.
favorite freedom of speech?
Great. We have a podcast.
No, I was talking about like favorite 4th of July memories.
Oh,
like, do you ever do any like or like parties or like anything related to? Because like for me, every 2 years, and I'm doing it this year, so like when this episode comes out, I'll be in Michigan. We have a family reunion over 4th of July.
That is fun.
For like a week.
How big is the family reunion for you? Because I've never had a family reunion.
I think 50 to 60 people.
Okay.
And it's like we all stay in one house, and it's like my uncle's beach house, and it's like fucking nice. And we go to Pentwater, which
Okay.
is a
In
township.
Okay.
Because it's like really small, and it's like on the lake. And so it's like a couple blocks. His house is a couple blocks from the lake, so it's a little bit of a walk. But there's like a nice town square, and dude, it's really fun. So like that's like when I think 4th of July, I just go, oh, vacation,
Yeah.
family, and like it's like my cool side of the family, you know. So
Sure.
it's just like super fun, and you just go to the beach every day. And this year I'm super excited because like most of my siblings, except my brother, are like old enough to drink now.
Yeah.
And like some of my cousins are old enough to drink now.
So, it
So
can
like
just be fun and stupid. the
so
whole
like
time.
we'll probably go to like the bars and hang out because I was always the oldest of all like the grandchildren.
or the youngest of the next. I
Yeah,
get that.
so, like-
because I'm happy. I've always been in the middle.
So like growing up, I would hang out with the kids, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was old enough to like also hang out with the adults.
yeah, but not really belong
So
in
like
either.
there was a few times like when I turned 21 where I would be like I'm hanging out with the kids, and then like the adults would go to the bar, and I go, well, I want to go to the bar.
Yeah.
So then I'd just awkwardly be with them, not really having fun because they're just 40-year-olds talking
Right,
at
yeah.
a bar, and I'm like, okay, you know. So it's like, but I was like, but I'm at a bar.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to like actually be with people my age and like go to the bar and like dude, there's like a few ice cream places that are just so
Okay.
fun to walk and get a cone.
Sure.
I'm just excited, and
I've
I'm
only
like,
been to Michigan once, but I
I'm gonna
really
get
liked
so
it.
sunburnt.
Sure.
It's like, dude, it's like a 10-hour drive.
I know.
And I got to drive because you have to drive like through Chicago and around,
Under and up,
it's
yeah.
like north, you know,
Yeah.
Michigan. A few years ago, we took the on the drive back,
The ferry?
We took the ferry
Cool.
across Lake Michigan, which took about the same amount of time.
Sure, but-
you don't have to drive.
And also, you can fuck around during
But like,
it.
luckily, my stepdad paid for it for my car. But it's kind of expensive to do that.
How much do you think?
Like, I think it's like 100 something per car.
yeah.
And then,
Which
like, when you're-
driving would be cheaper
Yeah,
than
gas,
that.
But like,
yeah.
dude, it was weird because I was like on the boat, you know, because
Do you,
it's
do you get out of the car?
yeah.
Okay.
So like, someone parks the car for you.
Oh, okay.
And there's so much stuff you can do in the boat, which is awesome. Like
How many
there's,
cars do you think are there?
dude, it's a massive,
like 100?
yeah, like
More?
probably
Okay,
more. Like
weird.
it's insane. But like, there's so many things you can do. Like, there's like a movie theater.
Oh.
That's always playing movies.
How
There's,
long is this ride?
Like, it was like 4 hours.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I watched like the last half of How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Great movie.
Great movie. But I remember like I was standing on the outside dock as we were leaving, and I was like, oh, cool, we're in the water. I can see
Yeah.
the land. And then all of a sudden, just nothing.
It's weird how big those lakes are.
And I was just like,
Yeah.
Like once the land disappeared, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then we just kept, and I was like, what the fuck? It was like terrifying.
I don't know if I've ever not seen land besides in an airplane.
Dude, it was freaky because like I could feel we were moving,
Sure.
but like nothing around me was moving,
Changing, yeah.
And I was like, where am I? And that's just a lake. Can you
Yeah.
imagine like being in an ocean?
because I know
That's wild. It was a weird fucking, but it was. I'm glad I experienced because it was super cool.
I can only think of one time I've been in a boat in an ocean, and it was when we were in Australia. We were
Did you
taking.
go out like coral?
No, we took just a boat to a different beach at one point, I think.
Okay.
And I just remember getting crazy sunburn. But I don't think we were ever not seeing land. Because I know
It's weird when the land disappears because you go, okay,
'Cause
I'm just on a
here.
floating
yeah,
fucking
because the only
thing.
time I've ever really experienced that was on the plane I've flown to Australia and I've flown to New Zealand, and then obviously
planes are different, but it's still weird looking down.
when you click on the map, it's super
where
unsettling
it's just a plane.
and blue.
Yeah.
And like you're like
But dude, imagine you're going fucking 1,000 miles per hour, or
and
something
also
like that.
in the middle of the Pacific, like just literally nothing.
And what's so wild is we don't know that much about the ocean.
No, we know like basically as much about the ocean as we do space, which is fucking
That's so wild to me
terrifying.
because it's here.
yeah. It's most of here.
And how do we not? Yeah, it's literally 70% of our fucking Earth. And how do we not? Dude, that's insane that we can't like explore or go deep enough.
But
or,
also, like, what is exploring? Because a lot of it's just open. It's just water.
yeah, but there's probably so many species and fish.
Down. Yeah. I mean, there's also
Well,
like,
there's also so many people that like live or people. Well, there might be. I don't know.
don't fucking know.
But there's also so many like fish species that like live in the darkness of the
well,
ocean.
there's also the idea of closed off like trenches where literally it's its own ecosystem. No access to outside world.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's kind of like birds on an island. Like that was the whole like Galapagos Island of seeing how they evolved separately. Where
Because like they were just stuck to the island.
with one type of fruit, with one type of insect they would eat, with just like all that kind of shit.
And they evolved and just stayed. Yeah. Have you ever seen? I had watched this recently for class, and it kind of makes me think of this. Have you ever seen Life of Pi?
No,
I watched it for class. Really good.
'cause that's the guy and the tiger on
Yeah,
the boat, right?
it's the boy. So it's a I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but it's like a Indian family.
I think so.
And
Who
so
made that?
it's a really cool fucking movie.
I know it was
and
a really famous director.
and I love the way the story was told. I'll let you borrow it, dude.
Was
Because
it Circus that did that?
we have a few movies that we need to both watch together. Because I'd love to do a whole episode where we just discuss movies.
I would love to do like movie of the week for this, where we say what we're gonna watch this week and then talk about it next
Oh,
week.
dude, that'd be fun because I've been getting into movies. But Life of Pi, dude,
Oh,
is
Ang
so,
Lee.
it's so
Do not
good.
know that
And there's a
director.
lot of so it talks about family, but then there's when he's like in the ocean. So he gets like he's in the ocean with a tiger.
Yeah.
And it's like a wild tiger. So like he literally makes a raft that because he's like can't deal with, and it's
Yeah.
part of like bonding with the tiger. But some of like the visuals in the movie are so insane. Like like on the cover it says like this is like the new Avatar for visuals and shit.
Sure. Same
Because, like,
person
it-
who made shit. I
You just saw it, dude. It's really good and like
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Great
I
movie.
haven't seen that. But and then the ending is really cool because it's like it's kind of like a feel good movie about like I don't know, kind of like a coming of age kind of because
Sure.
like the movie starts off and this guy is older getting interviewed.
Okay.
And so he's telling his story of when he was a child.
Stuck on a boat with a tiger.
Yeah, and it's like his whole family because his family was moving and like the boat they were on crashed.
Yeah, because I'm curious how it ends up. All right, so if you were in that scenario, what's your first move? Stuck on a boat with a tiger.
With a tiger. Oh man. I think what he did was the best move was he took like because it was one of those boats off of a boat, so it had a bunch of supplies.
yeah.
He built another raft and tied it to the boat. So then,
And then
he
lived on that one.
and then he lived on that one. So he gave it space because the tiger was aggressive.
Well, also, what the fuck's a tiger gonna do on a boat?
Yeah, and then so like
Do you
literally
think a tiger would stay on the boat the whole time?
there's a few scenes in the movie. I mean, it's a movie, obviously,
Right,
but
yeah.
like because tigers can swim,
But, like-
but you're in the ocean.
Well, why would they?
So there's a
swim?
scene in
Yeah.
the movie where he jumps in to get a fish.
Okay.
And then gets back in the boat. But like he can't get up the boat. So the guy literally builds something for him. So it's like a bonding experience.
Okay.
So he builds it and then fucking runs back to his raft.
Yeah.
He's like, I saved your life, but
Okay.
dude, it's a really good.
I'd be interested in that.
I wasn't because I knew like that movie was massive when it came out.
Yes.
People were like,
It won
holy
awards
shit.
and shit, yeah.
And I knew it looked good, but I didn't quite know exactly what it was about.
So it was
I
like
knew
a new
just
frontier on special effects.
yeah,
I think.
dude, it was. And like the story was not what I thought it was going to be, and it was like really
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, so highly recommend Life of Pi.
Sure.
I'm having to watch a lot of movies for class.
Yeah. Which I'm glad you're getting a wider variety.
Yeah,
in,
because I just watched a horror movie called Funny Games, which I'm excited for you to watch.
Yeah, we'll talk about that coming up because that's a movie I really want to watch.
It's a horror movie. I watched the original version, which is in Danish, I think, or Austrian.
Sure.
It's an import movie,
I
but
have
apparently the director remade it shot for shot, a U.S. version, 10 years later.
I have a weird Dutch movie you could watch that I fucking love.
It was weird at first because I was like, I mean, I usually watch stuff with subtitles,
I always do too.
but like it's weird
That
because
was such a positive change in my life when I made that switch, you know?
it's nice.
It's so much better because I'm also not just reading, but there's so much shit. Because also you'll sometimes get like
you miss some words.
you'll get like clues on shit sometimes too of like,
in brackets it will be
or
like
when someone says something in passing, but it is a foreshadow, then they make sure it's in the subtitles,
they
and
put
that's
it-
so fucking nice.
It is nice, but I mean, Funny Games is a scary movie, but it wasn't as scary as like some other scary
Sure,
movies.
more of a thriller.
But like, since I have to read the subtitles, I feel like it made it less scary.
Sure.
Because I wasn't just watching it.
Yeah.
I was like kind of like, so half the visuals were just me reading.
Sure.
So like that kind of helped with me in the fact because I don't deal well with scary movies.
Yeah.
I watch it by myself at like 11:30 at night.
Wild, man.
On a Sunday night. Ooh, and I was able to go to bed just fine.
Look at you.
Yeah, I just love movies, dude.
Yeah. All right. So the only 4th of July memories
Oh yeah,
that
back
stand
to 4th
out.
of July. That Jameson shot must have hit me because I was
Yeah.
like, we're talking movies now.
So there was one 4th of July I was in Washington, D.C.
Ooh, what was that like? I'm curious because that's the capital.
It's the place to be. Yeah.
Washington D.C. is the
So
place to
the
be.
fireworks show was great. We saw it
Was
over
it like?
the
I mean,
Wash-
you've seen fireworks before. Was it like?
It was especially good.
was especially good,
Well,
yeah.
we were at the Washington Memorial, had the big view, the
Damn, with the
reflective
fucking
pool,
tower
and
and-
the
oh.
pool was the thing, so you could fucking see both.
God, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure you could get really cool photos.
Yeah, so that was like kind of one of those moments where I was like, okay, I don't need fireworks again. I did it.
Yeah, because you're like, this is the peak.
This is it.
Yeah.
And the only other big 4th of July memory I have before is
That's really cool.
yeah, no, like that was like because like I'm not a huge fireworks person. They're cool.
they're fine.
But like Izzy loves them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
She like gets like a little kid.
No, like that's like up there on her favorite like experiences. So like when we went to like
They're overrated, but
Like, when we
that's
went
cool
to-
that she can still enjoy.
when
it.
we went to Disney, that was a really cool moment for like,
Like
me to-
Epcot?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the over the castle.
Oh fuck, dude! I
Yeah.
don't think I guess I was a kid when I
Well,
was
they
there.
do it every night.
That's all.
So and they do like a big visual display. Like that was one of my favorite.
Dude, that's just such an iconic view too. It's the castle,
No, that was like one of my favorite things of like I gotta watch her watch that.
and you just see the joy in her
Yeah, like I
face.
got a couple photos of it that where it was just like it was pure.
And like seeing that joy in someone else brings you
oh
joy.
my God.
Even though it's like you're like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah, where like it was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like it's fun to see shit explode. And then the other one is I once got to watch the Des Moines fireworks from the like lookout tower on the Capitol. My dad used to work at the Capitol.
What?
He got me
So like the top fucking
like the top ring.
holy shit!
I got to watch fireworks from.
and they do fireworks like right there.
and there was
don't-
like 4 of us up there. Like
Oh
it was.
my
I think it was just my
God.
family.
So you were kind of at the level, so you didn't have to look
It
up.
was there,
dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was.
that's really cool. That's
Yeah.
like, that's like an experience where
and
you go.
I was probably like 8, so like perfect.
And yeah, just a perfect age.
Mm-hmm.
I remember now that we're bringing up like travel 4th of July.
Hmm?
I remember when I was younger, I was like a kid, so probably like under 10.
yeah.
We went down to like the South, like Georgia area,
Hmm?
because my stepdad's way into Civil War, so he loves visiting old battle sites and
We'll
going
see
to
which side.
going to museums, and it's so boring
Hmm.
as a child.
Like Civil War is interesting, but it's just
But like that's like his war, you know, like that's like his hobby.
which
is
that
war.
one it's just such a fucking bummer.
yeah,
And like you
brother versus brother and all that.
but also it's just like it's you just hate the other side.
Yeah.
Because they were so
They're
they loved their
terrible.
slaves so much.
Yeah.
They were willing to die to own people.
But
and it's just like what are we doing?
I remember though we went over there because we went on summer vacation and it was over the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So I think it was.
Were you in like Virginia or what?
Well, we did like a road trip, you know. So like we have family in Virginia. I think we visited them, but then I think we were in Georgia on 4th of July.
Okay.
And I remember they have like. I was a kid, so I just remember
Sure.
but I remember like these cool like rock faces.
Okay.
And there was a laser show
Okay.
like on the rock faces. And I just remember that. And then The Devil Went Down to Georgia was like orchestra.
Okay.
Like, and I was
that sounds sick as hell.
it was, I remember being like, this is cool as fuck.
I've never seen a real laser show. I've always been curious what they do.
Dude, it was because that was like them being like, hey, we're not gonna do fireworks, we're gonna do this, and it was like on like these cool rocks.
Yeah,
and
I love the idea of that.
And as a child, I was like, hell yeah,
yeah, because like fireworks, it can't be good that we do
it's
it.
Terrible.
It's just explosions
and
in
then
the sky.
dude, it makes a mess. Dude, so every year,
I do actually
in Michigan.
Yeah.
They do fireworks on the 4th of July on the lake in the town that we're on. So like literally we all go, we sit on the beach, we bring chairs, sit on the beach, and then there's just boats out in the water. So it is, I love seeing fireworks over water,
Sure,
because it's just cool.
When the sound is just incredible.
Because if it echoes,
Yeah.
and they do cool designs, and it's always fun. And I always bring a bunch of alcohol.
Sure. I do remember something from 3 or 4 4th of July's ago, because I lived in my apartment and you lived in Altoona.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was a 4th of July. And I remember I had a girl over that night, and then I was gonna.
I think I remember this.
I was
story.
gonna see you later.
Yeah, you were gonna come over.
And it was a girl I really liked. We had a great night, hooked up, all that kind of stuff. And I dropped her off, and I was gonna drive to you. And I remember I was driving, and "Heroes" by David Bowie was playing on my radio or on my car. And then while I was
heroes,
while I was driving, there was fireworks going off left and right because it was
everywhere.
It had recently become legal,
and so everybody was doing fireworks. Yeah.
And I remember it was gorgeous, and the song bellowed perfectly. And I was driving to you guys,
and it was like the good where it wasn't quite super dark.
Yeah.
So it was like the lighting was good. Yeah, the lighting was great.
And I just had a great night with the girl that I liked.
I remember you walked into my apartment.
And I was a changed man.
Dude, you were like so confident. I was like, I'd never seen you like that.
I was driving, listening to that song. I was singing along. I think I even like restarted the song after it was over because it was so perfect.
You were like, I gotta read.
And I just remember I cried. It was so.
You were like, this is the perfect moment.
Yeah, it just felt so nice. And like, I love a perfect moment when you're alone and you're just like, I am appreciating where I'm at in life.
What's so nice is there's probably so many perfect moments that like, because life gets in the way, that you probably just pass on by. Yeah. But the fact that you just appreciated it, and you took it in, and you were self-aware, and you kind of took a breath, and you were just like, and the fact that you took a step back made it so it cemented the memory, so like that's fucking badass.
Yeah, and just like the song was perfect, the fireworks were perfect,
and that's so great sex. It's just so simple, but it just everything came together.
And I was driving to you, like you were about to great night.
Yeah, I think you came and we were sitting on our patio.
Yeah, because I remember telling you about it that night.
Fireworks,
yeah,
like that. We got really drunk, I think. Probably.
I'm sure.
I don't remember it. Anything else after that?
I remember just that story basically. Yeah.
That was the peak of your night.
Yeah, for sure.
Then it went downhill from there. I do want to do a new segment.
All right, I'm gonna pee first, real quick.
Well, let's do a new segment.
Pee so bad.
This is a taste test. Insert graphic here.
And we're back.
Here we go. So today,
this is something we talked about months ago doing.
Well, this is kind of a tease of what we want to do.
Okay.
Because I do want to, we talked about months ago ordering imported candy.
Yes.
And we're going to do taste test of that. So this is the introduction of that segment. The past couple episodes, I think we've introduced a new segment every episode.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So this is taste test. So I was in Casey's today, which is a wonderful gas station in the Midwest that has amazing pizza.
Like, it's kind of embarrassing that when people travel here, you want to get them gas station pizza.
Dude, we talk about this so many times when we're streaming. We go, hey, Casey's is like the best pizza from a gas station.
Yep.
It was like, people don't get it. And I go, you have to try it.
Yeah.
But I was walking in there to get beer and some other things for the next episode, which we'll discuss. But there was a display for these Kit Kat king size churro flavors. And I was like, what the hell? Limited edition? So then I was like, okay, let's get those to try it. But then I walked to the candy aisle because I was like, is there anything else weird?
Yeah.
There's 3 other flavors of Kit Kats that seemed weird that I've never had before. Kit Kat birthday cake, Kit Kat mint and dark chocolate, which I'm intrigued by. That sounds really good. And then Kit Kat white chocolate, which I think I've had white chocolate before.
Yeah, let's start with white. Let's do it in the order you have it now.
I wanted to get a regular.
Yeah.
They had another thing of Kit Kat, but it was Kit Kat Mega, where they were massive. They didn't have regular.
Weird.
I guess like, okay, so let's start with Kit Kat White.
Yep.
Let's open this up.
Something about getting older, and like something I remember just so fondly is, do you remember the old wrapping of Kit Kats? When it used to be in a silver sleeve, or like it was wrapped in like metallic paper, and then had that
like
sleeve
a Rolo,
over it.
Is like a Rolo.
Yeah, but like everything used to be like that. Like a Hershey bar came with a sleeve.
It's got to be so expensive to produce.
bet. And
But
they
Rolo
were-
still do it. I love that though, because
Yeah.
I play with the gold foil.
Well, because it felt like when you watch like Charlie and Chocolate Factory and you had
did
to unwrap
It
stuff.
felt like
you gotta
you were at Golden Letter.
every time.
God, these smell really good.
I love white chocolate.
White chocolate, dude. So we're trying the white chocolate Kit Kat right now, which I've had
cheers.
before. Cheers to that. Yeah.
I would
Right.
say good, not better.
I mean, have you ever had a white chocolate like Reese's peanut butter cup or like a
The only white chocolate I like white chocolate, but I'll do like the cookies and cream kind of shit.
cookies and cream is delicious. I also just like white chocolate dipped like pretzels. Pretty good.
Yes.
This is pretty good. Because I like white chocolate, but it's not quite like the Kit Kat is such a unique flavor.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I wish we had an OG to compare.
Right, yeah.
But like this is just like it's good. Like this is definitely one I would have again. You know, because like
If I was in the mood for it, I wouldn't be against it.
yeah, it's because it's right on the edge of cookies and cream.
Yep.
It just
It's
it,
kind-
it
well,
basically is cookies and cream.
With the wafer, it's kind of nice. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do one more bite, just because I like candy. All right, next up, you want to do the mint one?
Yep. Because that's at least a flavor I understand,
Kit Kat Duos, mint and dark chocolate.
which I'm a fan of.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat Duos.
All right.
So is Duos like a
thing?
spin-off where there's other flavors?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Like
We'll
it's
look that
a
up.
theme?
Let me open this real quick. All right, these guys smell. As soon as I open the package, can you smell them from here?
A little bit.
Dude, and I love the way they look. Like the bottom's chocolate. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate.
See, it has its place. A Midnight Milky Way is up there on my favorite candies.
Okay, I do like Midnight Milky Ways, but like straight dark chocolate.
I don't need it.
Not a
little
fan.
goes a long way. Kind of
But-
with white chocolate too.
Yeah, same. But I love mint.
Yes.
like mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yes.
I fucking love.
All right,
And
cheers.
I'm excited for this. Okay, it's good.
Oh, the chocolate's good. The Kit Kat adds nothing to it.
No, it just adds a weird crunch that doesn't fit.
Yep. I would.
I love it. I love this flavor.
I would rather have like a little Andes.
I'd rather just have it. This is an Andes mint. That's
Yeah.
100% what this is with an extra wafer. And I don't know if I don't need that.
It doesn't add to my craving of
I'd rather
mint
have
chocolate.
I'd rather buy an Andes, which
Yep.
I was like, this is the flavor. Like this is a delicious flavor, but it's not with the Kit Kat. Not good.
If I'm craving mint and dark chocolate, this is not what I would reach for.
No. So that one, the flavor's there, but the crunch is weird. Moving on.
I would say white chocolate's slightly better.
Yeah, just because like mint and dark chocolate together are just such a strong flavor.
Yep. But the fact that it's Kit Kat means nothing.
Yeah.
All
now
right.
let's move on to birthday cake.
Okay.
Which I mean,
Who knows?
what do you?
What is flavor?
What is your thoughts on like birthday cake flavoring just in general? While I open this,
I mean, one, it's not technically a flavor because like I feel like my birthday cake is usually just chocolate cake with frosting. I don't know what actually adds the birthday factor. Like, does it have like little specks on it and shit like that? Like, because there's those frosting things where it's like yeah, so it's a little confetti.
yeah. So birthday cake it smells fucking like cake batter.
Yeah.
God, it's okay. So, but I don't know exactly what birthday cake is, but it's just like vanilla with frost with specks.
Probably.
With
Cheers.
all right, cheers. I'm curious about this one. I've never seen this one before. Very vanilla.
Yeah.
Like
They got the frosting flavor in there.
it tastes like vanilla frosting. Like I don't taste like cake.
Sure.
Because cake isn't crunchy.
Yeah.
And,
but
like,
also
the
like what is cake flavor? I don't like
That's why I don't understand why birthday cake is a flavor. Have you ever had like birthday cake ice cream?
yeah, and
Like,
it's just like it's similar to that.
But like what? Why? How is that why is that a flavor?
I mean, it's good though. Like they did it right, but I would never eat a full bar of this. I feel like this kind of would make me feel a little sick.
I could tell. Like this is like this is very sugary.
Yes.
I mean, when I eat cake nowadays,
Yeah.
and like there's extra frosting, I don't even eat it.
I know.
Like,
That's a weird part of
you ever
growing up.
You ever get a corner piece? I just
And you
eat.
just-
I just cut
yeah.
and I just don't eat the
It's
frosting.
a bummer nowadays. But like they did a good job on the flavor.
Yeah, all the three of these, the flavor's been there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit.
The fact that it's Kit Kat adds nothing.
Now for the moment of truth, the limited edition churro.
So
Artificially flavored crisp wafers in churro flavored cream.
so they're going more the cream route.
But there's like, man, I'm very intrigued by this one. Limited edition. Yeah, okay. Let me open this real quick.
Yeah, because like the thing with churros too is like there's different flavors. I love an apple churro. I love Bavarian cream churros. So it's gonna have the cinnamon on it, but I wonder where they really like lock down the cream style flavor.
The color,
Not much of a smell.
no, a little bit of cinnamon, but the other ones were extreme scents.
Yeah.
This one, a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon's also not. You don't want to. I'm worried that they're going to overdo the cinnamon taste.
All right, cheers.
The churro one. This is what inspired it all. That's very unique.
Very strong.
This one's weird. Do you feel that on the bottom? There's like
What?
like on the bottom of the Kit Kat. Do you feel like it's a little bit like it's like a
Grainier or what?
like it's softer? Like there's like a gel.
I think
Do
it's
you
a
feel
little,
that?
I think it's a little melted.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
This one's. Ooh, the aftertaste.
I would say the best of them.
The aftertaste is really good. But like, would you like? It's such a unique flavor, and I love churros. But I love churros for
That's
being.
a good churro flavor though.
But like, if I'm gonna get a churro, if I want a churro taste, I'm gonna get a churro.
Sure.
Like, would you?
But the same thing is, if I want a Kit Kat, I'm just going to get a Kit Kat. I would never reach for any of these over a Kit Kat, but I would say as far as specific flavorings go, I mean, all of them nailed it.
All of them did.
This one surprises me the most. I think that's a great churro flavor.
Yeah, this is like because churro is such a unique flavor too.
It's
'Cause there's
such a good
cinnamon
balance.
and, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what else is in it, but like the flavors linger.
It gets the creamy of it too.
That's the only one I finished.
I would say probably my favorite of them.
Yeah, I think my favorite.
Yeah.
So I think it would go.
I would go churro one, white chocolate, and then I'd do mint and then birthday cake.
Yeah, birthday cake was just weird.
I'm also just not a huge fan of birthday cake flavor.
They nailed the flavor. So
Yeah,
if you're like into birthday cake flavor,
If you're craving them, but all you have is a gas station, this is a good way to go.
dude, and these are available at a gas station.
Yeah.
These are the four
So
weird
in
flavors.
that way, I would maybe put mint chocolate at the bottom because I would rather reach for a different mint chocolate candy than that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of better ones.
And granted, I would also rather choose a different white chocolate candy than a Kit Kat.
Yeah, dude.
But as far as churro flavor shit,
I mean,
that's
but
the top
I
of
can't.
it.
Yeah, there's no other churro candy.
I know
So I'd
of.
probably get so Kit Kat, and then I don't think there's any other birthday cake candy.
I don't know, but also I don't want birthday cake.
I'm not a big fan of that flavor. That churro one's really good.
Yeah.
We have it.
So I think if we
Damn.
refrigerate these, they'll be even better. I bet
Ooh.
kind of where it's got a little snap to
Where
it.
it's got have you ever put them in the freezer?
I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, putting candy in the freezer is really good because you don't want to. You want to put them in the freezer and then kind of like let them thaw a little bit so they're not like ice cold.
But it's still got a
so
snap
it's still
to
got a
it.
snap to it. Yeah,
I get that.
And like some of like the chocolate.
Same with like those like
That's
chocolate Hostess donuts, those frozen. So fucking good.
What?
Yep.
Damn.
Highly recommend.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to do that.
And what
you
you're
know,
going to have to do is
enjoy your freedom.
and I was going to say, subscribe to us at Moist Monday Podcast.
Do that. Make sure you like us on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure
Sure.
you follow us on TikTok.
TikTok,
And make sure you
YouTube.
like our videos on TikTok.
Yeah. Follow and like our shit on YouTube.
Yes. YouTube is awesome. And that's where we do it. Let us know. I would send us an email, moistmoneypodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to know like what you listen to us on. Is it YouTube? Is it Spotify? Is it Apple Music? Is it some other weird thing? Like,
What do you like us doing? Because we don't really know what we're doing. We're just
Yeah.
trying different shit.
We
This is
just-
our first taste test of shit.
and taste test over an audio? Who knows?
Yeah.
But guess what? We also have visuals. Check us out on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, we've already mentioned it, but you can see us. You can see our mugs. It's always weird. Like, when you start listening to a podcast and you get into it and then you figure out what they look
Yeah,
like.
you kind of picture what they look like.
but you don't know exactly what you're picturing. And
Yeah.
then you go, that's not what I was
Nope.
picturing. And ever.
I feel like we kind of look like. I mean, if
It's
you,
because we know each other, though.
but like also if you just like kind of think of a generic white person who wants a podcast, like
Yeah, you're bald. I have a beard.
2 out
We're
of
white
5 of
men.
like the description
You're like
would be
you're
us.
like a skinny dude. I'm
Yeah.
like have a beer belly.
Yeah, like we're pretty generic looking people. I bet if we looked up generic white person, we could get pretty close to us.
AI would make us as generic AI. Are you gonna do an
I'll Google image just generic white person.
generic white person?
I don't know if they'll give the guy hair or not. Generic.
I think a generic white person, male. You make sure you put male in
White
there.
male.
Yeah, generic white male. I'm sure it might be balding.
no.
What is it pulling up?
Looks a lot like.
It
I
looks
know
a lot
3
like-
people like
It
that.
looks a lot like our buddy Dane.
Yep, it sure
And
does.
Dane's fucking hot. Okay, so I think we look a little bit different. Why the hell was he in there? He's a
I don't know.
YouTuber.
Yep.
Okay. So well, at least we look different.
Yeah. I mean, but you also are such a stereotype.
Yeah, I like IPAs. I have a beard.
Craft
I wear
beer,
flannel.
Yeah, you are those.
But I also wear skinny jeans and paint my nails.
Sure. A
So
little spice in there.
suck on that, internet. How do you like that?
Let us know.
We appreciate you guys listening. Happy freaking Moist Monday.
Keep it
Happy
moist out
freaking
there.
July. Peace out, y'all.
Dry bones, lazy bones, big bones, dance around in your bones.
What do I like that I'm not proud of? There's got to be shit.
Yeah, there has to be.